I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think I'll make this vid for like, well, at least not this soon. It's only been what 3. So I started streaming, recording in 2020 since man 24. So it's been like about what 2 3 years. About, yeah, right. And not gonna lie, man 26. This game was really good when it first came out. Like I feel like I said this every single stream, every single video, just how good the game was when it first came out. Like those first few months, and all they had to do was just patch, what's it called? Just aggressive catching and fix the contains. That's I say it every single time. That's all they had to do to make this game just perfect. Because the game, the way it felt, the way it played, it felt good. Granted, defense was janky to start the year, but that made sense because cornerbacks, safeties, linebackers to start off, right? They had low overalls, so in turn, right, they wouldn't be that good, you know. So that makes sense why zones and man coverage would get fried and be like that, right? I feel like to combat that though was they could have made wide receivers and tight ends drop the ball more frequently, you know, regardless if they're like wide open or not. They could have had guys drop the ball a lot more, just to balance it out. Because you really think about it, right? You start off with Corey Leach, like the 85s, 84s, 83s, 82s, the high 70s, the mid 80s, low 80s, stuff like that, right? So obviously the ratings aren't that good. Take for instance someone like Jalen Waddle, with his catches 26, saying they catching traffic, stuff of that nature. To what they could have did and what they should do going forward, which they probably won't because it's EA Sports, they're fucking brain dead. What they could do going forward is because the overalls are so low for receivers and tight ends, have them drop the ball. Maybe not every single play, every single drive, but just to balance it out because it's easy it was just easy to just fry defense this year. But what I want to get to, right, the point of all this is the direction the game took just out of nowhere because of patches going on in the game. There's all these different patches going on in the game. Some patches for no reason at all. Some patches that we did need. For instance, the QB speed boosting on the backfield by air trucking. That patch was needed, right? Because all you're doing in the backfield with your quarterback is just air trucking. It looks stupid. It looks stupid. It looks stupid, and it's an unfair advantage. Because now you can just gather trouble and just hits the just truck the win, and you get the insane boost, and you can make a new read or just throw it away. And then once they patched that, it was another glitch where now the quarterback they could like juke in the backfield, and again they got an insane speed boost by doing that. And in turn, once they had that patch come out, right now all of a sudden now we speed boosting, and that whole speed boost thing, it all started, I want to say in Blitz maybe. I feel like it started in Blitz. It's not gonna load properly. Of course, EA Sports in the game. It's just showing its issues. It's just showing its issues. Even it just shows its issues every time, every chance it gets. But it all started in Blitz. I want to say it started in Blitz with the Reggie Bush card, right? Um, but it wasn't. I wasn't seeing it every game until we got to Zero Chill. Right? With Reggie Bush, I was seeing some people doing it, but I wasn't seeing it every single game though. It's speed boosting, speed boosting, speed boosting, right? And then I guess some dickhead found out how to do it. How to optimize it. Put out the video, the tutorial, if you will. And then when Zero Chill dropped, everybody named Mother was doing it. But what I give Zero Chill credit for is this, right? Even though everybody was doing it in Zero Chill, the abilities on defense, it made it easier to combat. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to Zero Chill real quick. Back in Zero Chill, we had all this discounted abilities, zero AP, frozen buckets, right? Um, and you was able to get a stack. Like have plays with several stacks, with several good stacks. On the D line. So take for instance, who did I have? I still have a Milton Williams here somewhere. Take for instance, someone like Milton Williams, right? He's a he's a stocking stuffer. I'm not gonna find him like that. I bet. Boom, Joey Bosa, right? Take for instance, Joey Bosa, right? He was able to get this bucket was 0 AP. So you could go no outsiders, run stopper, and you could pair that. You could stack it with something in this bucket as well too. So you can have no outsiders and run stopper, right? And then on your other edge rusher, on your left edge rusher, you do the same thing, no outsiders, run stopper, right? And then on your D tackles, what you could do, I'm gonna ahead of myself, right? And what that would do, the no outsiders and run stopper, what that would do is if they try to boost to the outside, your player would glow and activate, and they will jump to the outside, and they'll meet them either in the backfield or at least make contact and try to slow them down, right? And then what you would do is, right, you get a D tackle. You get a D tackle. If I could find one, I'm like Jesus, you will get a D tackle, and you will put inside stuff. Here we go, Clay Campbell. You will give him inside stuff and interior threat because you was able to just combo and just stack different abilities. You know, maybe like 2 buckets or 3 buckets. I know he has two right here, frozen and frozen, right? And then I think that might have been it for him. And the earlier zero chill cards only had 1 bucket with frozen AP. So like for most of zero chill, well, for all of zero chill, you was able to get really good stacks. You know, on your defense, whether it be your secondary, your DBs, your linebackers, your linemen. And once we got towards the end, like the middle part, when we had the ghosts and Mary mix up, then obviously it was more abilities everywhere to go around. But on the D tackle, like I said, you go into your threat in 1 bucket, and then inside stuff in a second bucket. And now what that would do is if they try to boost the inside, he would come in free for a good clean shed. And again, that will either be a tackle for a loss or he'll meet him in the backfield and slow him down until help came. So I feel like Zero Chill did the best to neutralize or to neutralize or to take away just how insanely OP boosting is. You know what I'm saying? I had hopes that the bowl, right? That this promo right here would be more of the same. Like I really thought it'd be more of the same. Maybe by part two it'll be like that because we don't have enough edge rushers. Um, I don't know. I, I really don't know because looking at my defense right now, um, let me see. We have Richard Seymour and Milton Williams still. I know for Seymour I have run stopper only. Maybe no outsides could help me too. I feel like that would probably help me too. Like against the boost and shit. And then Milton Williams, he just has no outsides for 2 AP. So maybe, like I said, probably I gotta put run stopper on. I gotta find a way to get that on him as well too. I'm not really sure. Maybe right. That might be the move because, like I said, it worked in Zero Chill. It did work in Zero Chill. It worked, during Ghost of Mud. Mary Mix. It worked in that time period. So maybe that is the move, right? William Perry only has he has inside stuff double enough for zero. I don't have interior threat on him. But even with just inside stuff, whenever they do run the ball inside, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything at all. Like he's just there getting blocked to hell. So I honestly have no idea if maybe part two, if part two could help. You know that's all I could think of for me at least. To just hold on until part two to see what happens for part two. If we get more stacks, More plays on the edge to get this kind of abilities and whatnot. That's all I could think of because the way this game is going, I can't tell you, right? Ever since Zero Chill ended, how many games I've lost because of what boosting does against the defense. And granted, yeah, like you could boost too, like you could boost back, but at the end of the day, is like dog, like what are we doing? It's a whole glitch. We know it's a fucking glitch. We know it shouldn't be in the game. Why is it still in the game? You know what I'm saying? It's like last year with the whole stem out glitch. Everyone was doing it. Why was that in the game? Granted, they took it out, but still, it's like the people, the community came together and said, "Yo, this shit has to go." Just like everyone said, that QB boosting shit has to go. This shit has to go too. All this thing does, this boosting shit, it just dumbs out defense. In a year where it's already hard to play defense. You look at anyone, you look at any quote unquote pro or any wannabe pro stream, they're averaging 35 plus points like a game. Like it's always 35 plus points, in any quote unquote pro game you go to, in any quote unquote pro stream that you watch, is there is no defense. Again, there's no defense this year. Again, there's so many drop picks. Like there was literally a game I played on stream where dog really threw me a pick. It was double coverage. He throws me a pick. The receiver is out of the play because he tried to like swerve and shit to knock the DB like off track, but he messed it up. So it's just two DBs and one ball, no receivers around. My DB just knocked the ball down to the ground. The next play he subs in shit, he that gadget and goes for six because he boosted. Because when like once he boosted, it just dumbed out my D line and my linebackers. It's dumb, bro. It's dumb. It's dumb. So not gonna lie, if part two I can't find like success to like counter this like this whole boosting back like I did Zero Chill. I'm not gonna lie. The team gonna get sold until they patch it. If they don't patch it, then the team gonna get sold until we just gonna play Madden 27 next year. That's gonna be it for this year. You know what I'm saying? I might just post shorts and that's gonna be about it. But other than that, like this is the point where if you got a lot going to a game and you're just constantly mad about what's going on, about glitches and whatnot, at that point, you gotta just put it down. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no point in me getting on this game every single day to play a whole new booster, to play a whole new booster pack, bro. This shit shouldn't be in the game. It wasn't in the game the whole year. It wasn't in the game like the entire year. It was not in the game, bro, at all. It was not in the game the entire year. This shit came out by accident. And then EA wants to cap live on stream and say, yeah, man, we added the boost to the game. No, y'all niggas did not, bro. Y'all, this shit was a glitch. This shit is here by accident. Now we just fucking lying. All you had to do was just say, yo, man, like, yeah, the boost is here. We don't know how to we don't know how to fix it, but we're working on a way to improve pursuit angles. That way, it can stop glitching out defense. Like you, like just lying and saying that y'all add to the game. Y'all niggas is lying. Like, there's no way you can look at any gameplay or someone boosting and say, yeah, like we meant to do that. It's an unnatural movement. You see them like you see them just getting this insane burst of speed out of nowhere. It looks stupid. It looks janky. It looks funky, bro. It looks crazy, and it shit and how it makes defense react. It's embarrassing, bro. It's actually embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? And all these pros, they got little. That's like, bro, like all these pros that they got little dicks. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to admit that it's some bullshit to the game. You know what I'm saying? All these fake pros, they don't want to admit it's some bullshit in the game. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to speak up because they don't want to lose their bag that EA Sports is giving them and admit that it's some bullshit in the game. It's some bullshit in the game, bro. It's actually some bullshit in the game. You know what I'm saying? It really just dumps the game all the way down to the point where all you gotta do is just run the ball the entire game. That's literally all people do, run the ball the entire game. I'm not complaining about that. because that's how some teams play in real life. They ground and pound, but you don't see naked speed boosting though, do you? And granted, yeah, I guess a game, you know what I'm saying, but every game has to have its counters and its balances. If you're gonna add speed boost, if you're gonna add speed boost to the game, there should be a counter and a balance to it, right? If that's gonna be a thing, I feel like any hit stick, I don't care if they have tank or trust, any hit stick should be an automatic fumble, just to counter it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some. You gotta have some way to counter that shit. It looks crazy. It looks wild. But yeah, like I said, man. Be going be going to see what happens next week for the bowl part two. If there's any new cards that get anything good, anything special, like for my Patriots that could help in this fuckery. Because what happens is this, right? All these abilities, right? This is one AP and zero AP, until the end of time. This bucket right here, this is all zero AP up until the 18th, March 18th, right? So that being said, if we're able to get more edge rushes and more D tackles that you could add on no outsiders and run stopper and D tackles with inside stuff, interior threat, this might change the tide of things. Hopefully, hopefully I'm thinking that they made like this until the 18th to buy them time to fix the boost. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping, right? I'm coping. I'm hoping and I'm coping. I'm hoping and I'm coping that they made this shit until the 18th, right? To buy them time to fix the boost shit. Cause that's the only thing I could think of. Cause like I said, zero chill, ghost of mud, zero chill presence, all that. They had all these buckets that you could stack. And like I said, because of that, I was able to contain that speed boost meta. So like I said, hopefully the 18th, like I said, they're stalling and they're buying time to fix this shit. And these no outsiders and run stoppers are gonna work just like they did for zero chill. Against this whole boost and shit. Cause you gotta think about it, the offense has way too much shit going for them. They got RPOs and shit. They got RPOs and shit. QB playmaker. Um, Receivers them to catch like them to just about every single pass. Drop picks, heavy on drop picks. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to give offense boosting? Oh, it's too much. Give the defense something, bro. You gotta give the defense something. You gotta give the defense something. You gotta give the defense something. Offense has way too much going for them. That's bro. I just said RPOs. You got drop picks, right? They didn't catch any pass. You got boosting. I forgot the last thing I just named, but it's too much going. Oh, and QB playmaker. It's too much, bro. It's way too much. It's way too much. It's like defense damn near is just impossible to play. It's damn near impossible. You might as well just become a fucking offensive guru. That's really it. Become an offensive guru because defense is ridiculous. But that being said, y'all be easy, y'all be safe. As always, God bless. Let me know down below what y'all think. That's just where I'm at right now with it. Like there's really no sense. Another thing, abilities this year, fucking terrible. I done tried everything under the sun for Jeremy Shockey, like ability wise. I done try route tech. Um, what else I tried on this idiot? I done try route tech, short elite. He never gets open. He never gets open. Right? Mike Singletary had mid zone KO, didn't KO shit. It's like the abilities just pick and choose when they want to work. Pocket Deadeye, dashing Deadeye. Shit just picks and choose when it wants to work. It's wild. It's actually wild. Pick artists. There's times where they don't even animate with pick artists. It's like, it's too much. Like I said, it's to the point where if I get on every single stream and I'm just constantly angry or just raging, at that point, enough's enough. I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I'm over this shit. You feel me? So like I said, if part two if part two doesn't address shit, defensively, and we could actually contain the speed boosting fuckery because EA doesn't want to patch it. I'm lying. EA can't patch it. They don't know how to patch it. Because if they do patch it, they'll probably break something else. Because this shit always happens. Tell me I'm lying. I wish you would. This shit always happens. They patch some shit, something else breaks. It's a fucking fact, right? If they don't, if part two doesn't address this shit, and there's no patch, then yeah, we done for this year. I'm gonna holler at y'all.